Check mindset conscious. Mona Kane got that magic. It's time for the dope dichotomy.
Damn, JB, you made this beat?
It's time for the dope dichotomy.
This one? No, that's wrong. Okay, hi. Welcome to the Dope Academy podcast. I didn't know which camera to look into, okay, so that's why I seemed a little crazy, whatever. But hi, everyone. I am your host, Mona, a.k.a. Mona Kane. I'm here with my two co-hosts. To my right, I have Sin Livin.
Hey, yep.
Hey, and to my left, I have Cedric Thorne.
Yo. Back here.
And today we have a special guest today, Saint Yvonne. I wanted to say Vaughn. I keep trying to make his Y silent in his name because, you know, I just do the most. But Saint Yvonne, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
What's up, everybody?
And hey, Jen. Hey, Miss Jessie. Miss Jessie said you're one of her favorite guys.
I love Miss Jessie.
Yeah, I know,
love
Miss Jessie's
She's
mama.
amazing.
Hey, friend, what's up?
So, we are going to get into a conversation with Saint Yvonne in just a second, so you'll get to know more about him. But, we weren't here last week because we were doing, like, Halloween festivities. We had a little costume party that we all attended. If you guys saw the pics I posted of all three of us in our costumes for, like, you know, podcast promo, that was the costume party. It was dope.
Dope.
It was dope.
It was
Shout out
fun.
to Miss Jessie, Jimmy, JB, everybody who took pictures, everybody who was there.
Shout
All
out
that
to
good
all
stuff.
y'all.
Yeah,
All
much
the
love,
Eye Candy
much
family.
love.
But I bring up Halloween to talk about this real quick. I need to tell y'all this 'cause I'm trying to save you before you make the same mistake I did. So, I'm not a big horror movie person. Like, I grew up watching all kinds of horror movies, but it's just not my thing. Like, I like to keep, like, more peaceful stuff on my brain when I'm really scared. Now, I love true crime, so if somebody knows me, they're like, what are you talking about, peaceful stuff? I do love true crime. But I like it because I try to, like, be a detective and figure it out. It's the whole thing. Anyways, so my son, Jeremiah, wants to watch a scary movie with me and Sin. So he was like, cool, he could pick it. I'm used to Freddy Krueger, you know what I'm saying? He got the knives, they burned him in the furnace, he came back, face burned. He's showing up in people's dreams. You know it's not real, okay? I'm used to Jason. He never runs, he always kills people, he has a mask on. He drowned in a lake when he was little and just keep coming back. He don't even went to Manhattan. I mean, he don't fall afraid. You know it's not real.
You know it's not real.
I come from Candyman, who really did scare me because he was black and he was in the hood. I never said his name in the mirror. I don't even say it once, bro. You see I got scared? I respect it. So I knew, but I still knew, you know what I'm saying, this dude got bees. It ain't real. But if it is, I ain't saying his name. You know what I'm saying? That's the movies I grew up with, right? Jeremiah decides to show us a movie called The Terrifier. And if it sounds familiar, it's because there's a Terrifier Part 2 right now in the movie theater because the Terrifier 1 that we got to see is a B movie. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell they had a small budget, but actually it's done very well for a you can tell. Like I was like, this didn't cost nothing, and it's done. This movie's about a clown.
Oh.
Okay, I think his real name is like Art the Clown. Art the Clown is his name.
I don't remember.
Because I looked it up, because I have to research it. But you don't know from him because this monster, this villain, doesn't make noise at all, right?
Yeah, he don't.
So the whole time you watching him, he's stalking people, smiling. He doesn't make, nothing. Nothing. Okay? So if you know me, I already have a thing with clowns. I don't like clowns. I grew up on Poltergeist and It. I don't really like clowns. I think they're weird. I don't know why would you ever want to be a clown. Like, it's just strange to me, right? But I said, okay, it's a clown movie. Watch it. save yourself. Because I saw something. First of all, the movie is scary because it's really psychological, how it messes with your mind, how he doesn't talk, you don't know where she's gonna go. It's a straight slasher film, which is not my thing either. So there's body parts and stuff being cut up and everything. Cool.
It's pretty graphic.
Very graphic.
It's pretty graphic.
But
yeah.
where I got traumatized, there's a part where there's a white girl and she has come to an unfortunate situation and got herself caught by Art the Clown. And he has chained her upside down with her legs like this. In her, so her head is here. I ain't been the same. It hurts even thinking about it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Get the hell out of my face! The engineer just came in looking like a clown.
Yo.
Why do you have a clown outfit? Like, what is this? And why is your Jackie Funky Fresh? Like,
Clown
stuff is real.
I ain't know what was going on.
It be your own people. Apparently, DJ EK, aka Luke, does clown stuff on the side. He can be Art the Clown. But let me tell y'all, so the girl is upside down. This part really messed me up. I'm thinking, oh God, they gonna have me cut her legs off or whatever. Nah. Y'all ever heard the expression from the rooter to the tutor?
Oh no.
He splits her coochie in half. Like,
no.
boom.
Straight down the middle.
Oh
That's a
no.
next
And there's no
level.
warning. It's like, whoa, I mean,
No.
Yeah, straight
Oh,
down the
expecting
middle.
you to say
one
that.
ovary over here, one ovary over
Oh,
here.
no.
Even when he gets to the middle, the stuff splits. Save
pretty
yourself.
crazy.
Oh no.
This
And it
new
was
generation
with
of
a
horror
saw.
movies
It
is not
was
playing.
like he
this
just
is
sawed
different
his
ballgame.
whole way through there. It wasn't like a chainsaw. It wasn't quick. Like,
It was a manual jump.
yeah. And
all
she was
muscle.
alive.
Ah.
Yeah.
and these kids are different. Okay? Because in this moment, I'm terrified looking at, I have a pussy. Like, I'm terrified, right? I'm looking, I think you were eating at the time. We was eating Chinese food or something. She was like, oh. I look over, Jeremiah is chilling in the recliner looking over because he's seen this.
Yeah. Oh, you already seen it.
Oh, that's.
Oh, so
no,
he just.
He was
Yeah,
telling
he
us
put
we
us
need to
on.
see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he looks over and goes, he's getting joy out of seeing me terrified by this. So I just wanted to warn all y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, apparently, according to him and his girlfriend, Terrifier 2 is trash. The one that they put in the theater. Who knows? If one of these little kids in your family at the Christmas function says, hey, Aunt Ruby, I want to show you this movie about a clown, don't watch it. I've been thinking about it, like, it's been like almost 2 weeks. I've been really thinking about it. Like, it's crazy. And now my engineer came out with clown stuff. Like, it's crazy.
Reopen that wound.
That's just wild.
We live in a clown world. We do. Shout out to the real Sherrod Sutton for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all go follow his podcast as well. And shout out to Clarissa for plugging the podcast the other day. I really appreciate that, boo. You had to do that. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, yep.
All right, so today's episode is going to be about social media and its impact, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But before we do that, we're going to talk to our special guest, Saint Yvonne.
You got it
So,
right. You got it right.
I did this time.
Yeah,
I want to call you
perfect.
Saint Vaughn. I don't know why. It sounds like a dope clothing line.
it do.
Saint
It
Vaughn.
does.
Same ball.
Yeah.
Sound like a movie theater. I mean, a movie character. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, oh yeah, that's Savon over there.
Yeah.
Y'all better brush your teeth or Saint Vaughn's going to get you at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. EK, can I get Saint Vaughn's slide, please?
That's funny.
So, Mr. Yvonne, as you can see, is a writer, and he writes several different types of books. So, he has written a book called When a Woman's Fed Up. That one is more so based in domestic violence. He has written Coffee and Clarity, Volume 1, 2, and 3, which, hold on, because I take notes.
Oh, you took notes.
Hold on.
Listen.
I had to shout it out that
Yeah.
I found out. Hold on. Coffee and Clarity, which you're seeing on the screen right now, is on Amazon's bestsellers list in the authorship section. That's a pretty
really
dope
dope.
feat. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Dope.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on today.
Nah, thank y'all for having me.
No problem. And he has a lot of stuff, so we're gonna kind of cover it, go through it just a little bit. All right. So where are you from?
Fredericksburg. Yeah.
Fredericksburg, Freddie Vegas, born and raised.
I was born in Fort Belvoir, but I grew up in Fredericksburg. So I mean, this home to me. You know what I'm saying?
So he's originally from Fredericksburg, which is where we are at now. For anybody who's watching it later on YouTube. And when did you know that you had a gift of writing or wanted to be a writer?
I think by the age of 9, I was saying that earlier. It's kind of a blur. It was very early though, but you know, I wanted to write raps. I used to listen to Ludacris and you know Nas and stuff like that. Take their raps and write them in my own joint.
Oh, you were plagiarizing.
Yeah, I was plagiarizing. It's called a spade a spade. You know what I mean? But at that time, I wanted to write raps, and then from there it transitioned into poetry, and then other short stories and things like that. So
the Coffee and Clarity books, when did you write those?
Yeah, I started writing those back in July. July,
Of this year?
Yeah, of this year.
Oh,
It's crazy.
I gotta get my life together.
Yeah.
I did not figure this out. Give me a moment. Cedric, jump in.
Nah, yeah. Nah,
The
that,
same thing.
Like, God dang.
It's like, what? This year?
yeah. It's kind of crazy because that came about at last minute. Because I was actually working on another book at the time, which is Refresh: The Journey to Find Peace.
That's a collaborative.
I co-authored with a friend of mine, Gary T. Taylor, and we were working on that. And in the midst of that, I'm like, man, I need to work on something myself. And somebody kind of put that bug in my ear, and then Coffee and Clarity came about.
So for someone who hasn't read your books, what is Coffee and Clarity about?
Yeah. So it's it's a memoir series about my life. So it tackles different topics. It talks about finding purpose, entrepreneurship, which is a popular thing in this day and time, and then overcoming insecurities and things like that. So these are this series tackles the last 4-5 years of my life, but also tapping into my childhood and things like that. And it was kind of difficult because it's a short series, and I got to talk about so much. So I left a lot out, but I wanted to focus on the last couple of years of my life, what I've been through, tackling full-time writing and things like that. And so that's what the Coffee and Clarity series comes. So, and it's just a series about transparency, you know what I'm saying? Talking about real things, disclosing a lot of information about my life, relationships, things like that. So
if y'all want to be nosy,
if you want to be nosy, check out Coffee and Clarity. Yeah,
read his book.
Yeah.
So I have a comment that is saying you were also amazing with the poetry thing.
Yeah, that's what
and
I was
on the
gonna ask
mic.
you about.
I hear that a lot.
That's all I'm gonna ask.
So, as a poet, I want to know, are you even doing any of that right now? Or are you taking a break because you're writing? And if so, are there places that we could go see you perform?
Yeah, man. So I stopped doing poetry a few years back to focus on, because I really wanted to focus on books, films, stage play, things like that. And so, but I hear every time somebody yo, come do a spoken word, come do this. So it's cool to see, but I don't know. I might tap back into the poetry side a little bit, but it's not really my main focus.
Yeah.
You know, but I do appreciate people that, you know, enjoy the poetry and things like that. You know, I thought about writing a poetry book, but that ain't really up my alley, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I got other things I'm trying to focus on. So.
You could though.
Yeah, it's I mean, enough of y'all keep saying it, so it's it might happen, but
my friend C.L. Brown, he's a published author. He has a lot of amazing poetry books, and the way he's done it to where I read it and I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? it's a way to do it, and I definitely think if you already have people who are checking for your poetry,
Yeah, definitely should do that.
you probably should do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
When you have the time, because I know that you're spread out.
Oh man,
different
yeah,
ways.
yeah, it's definitely crazy. I do. I mean, I do have like with my next book though, like, and this I haven't even told anybody this, but like my next fiction novel is kind of tapping into the poetry side because it focuses on a kid that discovers his passion for poetry and writing. So that might give people a little, you know, something with the exactly. So. Yeah,
that's what's up. I look forward to that.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
If y'all ain't know, that's exclusive. Heard it here first.
Academy.
Yeah, word.
I definitely like your marketing strategies too. I've noticed that this is one of the reasons I knew that you were a good fit for the Dope Dichotomy. The Dope Dichotomy, if you don't know for sure, or don't know, it is rooted in Black culture, hip hop culture. I'm a hip hop head. I'm, boom.
Yeah.
I like that when you market, you use references from our culture. Absolutely. So when you did the whole, you can get it for the low, and then you pulled in the paid in full, and how he got on the block and put it for. I said, "Oh, look at this!"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's definitely dope, y'all. Definitely make sure you follow him on all his socials, Saint Yvonne. Also, before we get into the social media, your book, When a Woman's Fed Up, I love books like that, like revenge, like they gonna get back or whatever. I like Kill Bill, like that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but although I was mad at you because every time I kept like researching him, I kept having R. Kelly, When a Woman's Fed Up in my head.
I know, y'all.
And y'all know I don't listen to R. Kelly anymore, all that for like 20 years. But, the music was amazing. So that memory is still there. It was like, I was like, God.
Every time.
Looking in a mirror.
Right. And I was using that, like, at the time, like, when the book came out, because this was, like, a couple years, like, 2018. Before like his like but yeah, I was using that and then I was like, I can't use that no more. they try
no,
to
you
cancel
can use it because that's a statement. You know what I'm saying? But it's sure. Our fault that we got that. I mean,
right. Yeah.
And I canceled if you can cancel something.
Oh, they saying they can't see you.
Oh, they can't see.
Oh, you moved out of the way.
Oh, my bad.
Thank you guys.
Blowing kisses and all that.
Look, Saint needs to move closer to said to be seen. Look, Miss Jessie getting her photography on. There's a comment.
Go ahead, Miss Jessie.
If you don't shine your face in the lights.
I know everybody. All they want to do is talk about how I smile all the time. That's what they want to talk about.
But the book and the whole situation with the domestic violence in there is that something that you were able to write about from a personal experience or someone you knew, or you just wanted to tell a story about how somebody,
Yeah. The crazy thing about that was I was just telling a story. It was supposed to be a play that I was writing, and it turned into a book. And then from there, like I just realized like how many people like around me, like the people I was interviewing, like family members and things like that have been attached to things like this. And so it was dope for me because I knew about the topic, but I didn't educate myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just normalize things like that. I've never seen it in my household. I've seen like family members and things like that. But when more people was like speaking up after that story came out, it was like a moment for me to educate myself and tap into these spaces. And so I always say from a creative standpoint, I don't like the story because of like, I feel like I could have taken it so much further than I did. But then understanding like what the story means to people and how important that topic is, that's what I love. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was interesting to see all the different people around me that never even said anything.
Right. Yeah.
And it was like, yo, I read the story and I'm glad you wrote this. So, that gave me a chance to connect with it. And now, like, I'm always going to be connected with it because that's a story. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, we definitely look forward to hearing more and more from you. Where can you, if you could look into the camera, tell everybody where they can find you, where they can purchase your books, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so Saint Yvonne Wrights. That's my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. So Saint Yvonne Wrights. And then the Coffee and Clarity series, the best-selling memoir series. I gotta put that out there. That's a big thing. You can find that exclusively on Amazon. That is an ebook. It's an electronic book right now, but we also working on an audio book, which I'm gonna do in the next few months, which is a big deal.
That's dope.
So yeah, you can go on Amazon right now and grab it. It's actually on sale right now for 99 cents. So if you got 99 cents, you can go grab that.
There
That's
you
that
go.
Ace Boogie deal that she was talking about. So yeah, yeah.
People don't make their books 99 cents every day, B.
Nah, 99 cents every day.
Yesterday's
B.
price is not today's
Not today's
price.
price, so you gotta get it because the sale ends Tuesday. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so you can get all 3 books for $3. That's crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
can't beat it.
Yeah, at all. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's old when they said they couldn't see Saint. I thought they were still saying they couldn't see him.
Oh, I'm like, yo, I'm right here. Yeah.
EK, you can go to that social media slide. So, Saint, are you going to stay with us to discuss social media?
If y'all don't mind having me,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Come kick
Stay.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome.
All right.
I do it for the
awesome.
culture.
Do it for the
Yeah.
culture. Okay, so I wanted to have a discussion on social media. And really, what prompted this was the unfortunate passing of Takeoff. Which, rest in peace, rest in power.
Yeah, sure.
If you have been living under a rock, Takeoff, which was one of the members from the Migos, was unfortunately killed recently. There's a lot of speculation of what happened. I'm not even going to go into that right now, but it's very impactful and sad because he was not the in-your-face, gotta-be-seen type of person. He was more of the laid-back, cool. So this one hit different, kind of like when Nipsey hit different because of where Nipsey's mind was, because he was in his own hood. Takeoff hit a little different. So much so when the first, maybe the second day, I don't know. So I'm gifted in certain ways, but we won't get into that before we. But anyways, I don't shake my head. I'm not. So I have this gut feeling that won't leave me about his death, that it's going to spark change. And even though all the stuff I've said, we've had many Kanye conversations, I've beefed with her about Kanye. My spirit is telling me, I don't know when, but Takeoff's death is going to prompt other things that's going to take place in the Black community, and it's going to shift the culture in certain ways in our music. And a person who is going to be an intricate part of that is Kanye. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I do. Now, I'm not saying our music is going to change the gospel music. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the vibration of where music is at is about to change. It's something, people are kind of sick of certain stuff, right? Because it's been so saturated. So anyways, the way I got to social media on that is the fact that I don't watch videos of like dead bodies and people dying. And as you guys know, like I have protested for years. I'm an activist. I don't watch videos of cops killing us or beating us. I've had to watch a lot of those. Real. Yeah. I speak with the parents. Like, I don't want to put that on my mental unless I absolutely have to. I feel like it's trauma porn. I feel like Black people are so numb and desensitized to violence against ourselves. So I don't. So when I saw, and I kept having to avoid that video, it was like, what are we doing? And it happened with PNB Rock. Like, are we so desensitized? So then I was like, is it just because we're in a violent world? Or I believe it's social media. I believe we've gotten so used to seeing what we want to see or seeing things that it's desensitized us. So I wanted to do an episode on social media because it can go really, really deep. Okay. So first, we're going to start off with, what are the positive impacts of social media, in y'all's opinion?
Business
On Black culture.
Business-wise, it can help you, it can make or break your business in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? If you got a decent following on social media and you doing something for yourself business wise, you can definitely help bring yourself in more income.
So it helps with branding.
Yeah.
And what else?
Adding visibility to black businesses. That's a good.
Adding visibility to black businesses.
Yeah.
Networking, of course.
Networking is a big one.
Yeah. Just positive. You can reach people that you never see. You know, it's just a way to stay in contact with certain people, certain groups of people. Put yourself in a different light. Say, for instance, you're not an outside person or out there. You can be a whole different type of person on social media, and that might help your personality blossom. So, I mean, that's a positive.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of like you said with the businesses, like cutting out the middleman. Like you see a lot of that. Like a lot of businesses able to, you know, connect with people in a way that they couldn't before. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of Instagram like comedians that are getting opportunities in films and things like that. So the opportunity is there. You know what I'm saying?
People who wouldn't be discovered before,
right,
are now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, for sure.
Even like I guess I wouldn't consider YouTube social media. It's kind of in a certain way, but if you think about like even Chloe and Haley, YouTube, Justin Bieber, YouTube, like Soulja Boy, you know, YouTube.
Man.
He started it all, you know. He's like, ping, ping, pow, pow, pow. But yeah, so I definitely think it has a lot of benefits for sure. Trey Bird, Mr. Say Less Apparel.
Good, Trey.
He answered the question for me earlier about positively. He said it gave black creators with little to no audience at all a chance to show their craft and make revenue from it, which is true.
I agree.
It definitely spawned a lot of ways to create different streams of income. But outside of, because everyone's, you know, for the most part, they're talking about networking is a biggie. Shakara said networking as well. That's true, and that is in business-wise. So now that we've answered that, how do you feel social media has impacted our culture positively outside of business?
Black culture.
I think being able to connect with relatives too that you don't get to, you know, you don't get to see that often. You know what I'm saying?
It's way cheaper.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Prepaid cards and
right. You get to talk to them.
This joint for 8 cents a minute.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to talk to them because I don't know about everybody else, but I'm not a phone, like pick up the phone and call everybody person. You know, like if I see you, you know what I'm saying? I'll, you know,
hit you.
you know, hey, what's up? You know, but yeah, I think that's a positive side, connecting with relatives and stuff. So
y'all got any more?
Just being able to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's an outlet. A lot, you know, before social media was real big, people used to do things and it was just them in their room. Now they're able to share their creativity with the world, and it's not just to get big or make money, but sometimes you don't know, like hearing somebody sing a song or a poem or watching somebody dance might touch you in a different way without them even trying, just with them showing their way of expression.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
I think like music. I feel like seeing live music. I'm gonna take it to this part. Seeing live music in person is awesome. Seeing a video of a new song that just came out that you probably would never go see on TV or something. I think that's great because like you would never, like, I don't think like main like MTV and shit and they're doing underground videos, and, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they used to back in the day, like Rap City and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think like in that aspect, like just to me, I like music, so that calms me down. It puts me in a different place where I would be if I wasn't listening to music. So I feel like that's more of a black culture thing. We vibe more close to music. So I just feel like you wouldn't see a whole lot of different things in music-wise, black music-wise, especially on TV, than you would see on social media.
Social media.
sure.
So I think the exposure, like you were saying, is a good thing. Also, I'm trying to think how to. Because I understand what you're saying, and I do like that, but I also think it becomes oversaturation in a certain way where I'm a music lover and I can't even enjoy music because they bringing it out too quick. It's all over the place.
They are.
So
They
it's like,
definitely are.
yeah. So in my
they
head, I'm thinking yes, but no, but yes. So yes, there are some positive things that come out of social media. And there's going to be a lot of positive things that are going to be able to come out and they're going to present when we go into virtual reality, which is what's coming next, which is why I wanted to have this conversation, because it's about to get real
Metaverse.
scary. It's about to get super scary.
Yeah.
But I'll get into that. But it's going to be some positive things because they're going to first hit you with the medical stuff and all the other stuff. So social media is positive in itself. A lot of people in general are getting way more education than they were able to before. They're getting way more educated. Now there's a flip side of that. There's a lot of misinformation. They're getting
Fact.
miseducated. But if you are a person who understands how to actually do research and look, then you can really learn some stuff. But if you just believe anything that you read, it's not really educating. But I think that's very important because a lot of our history, a lot of things have been hidden from us. There's a lot of things that we don't know about ourselves. And the internet has provided a space for other people who believe a different version of history to tell their version of history and you to make that decision based on that. Positive. All right. Information highway. Sometimes it's Cliff Notes, but it can give you different avenues to learn more. Very true, Nita. Hey, Nita. Nita be doing the pictures, too. Nita snaps.
Nita snaps.
Nita snaps.
Yeah, all my best off guard pictures. Thank you.
She like the off guards.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
That's what.
because we went into that, now we can go into the heavy stuff. All right.
Oh shit. The heavy stuff.
Are we addicted to social media?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I ain't even. Absolutely.
Everybody. I don't even think it's
Whoa!
a black.
The way you said that, like I was on an intervention episode. Everybody.
Everybody.
Cedric, I'm going to tell you how you've affected my life in these negative ways.
Nah, that's a fact.
Social media ways.
So, Sin, you believe we're addicted?
Definitely.
Why do y'all believe society is addicted to social media? What makes you think that right now?
Because you can't go here without snapping this. You
Fact.
can't. And then what happened to
Enjoy
you
the
don't want
moment.
nobody to see what you're doing, or you know what I'm saying. You want to be incognito,
Right.
Like it's not like that no more.
Nah.
And then like
People-
you was just about to say, what happened about enjoying yourself in the moment?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
What
say.
about that? Like-
people don't do that no more.
No,
Nah.
you're doing
Even
it for the
before they
gram.
eat their food, before they step out the house.
I'm a
before
victim.
Yeah.
Like, before, and that's why for me social media is so iffy
Iffy.
because I'm not used to that. You know what I'm saying? I be enjoying what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard sometimes to remember like, oh, let me get a picture of this, or oh, let me do that, because
I'm in the moment.
yeah, I'm enjoying
I
that.
agree.
And that's how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to enjoy
Yeah.
the moment. And
Yeah.
I'm a person about experiences. The thing that's tricky with social media is it's kind of like capitalism. You can hate it, but you get so caught up in it in order to function in the world. You don't have to. My best friend,
Right.
everybody knows. You ain't seen her. Only time you don't see her is if I post a picture of her. She don't do social media, and she left that shit like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I know some
Yeah.
She
people
doesn't
like
do
that.
any of it.
Yeah, like-
And I want my life to be peaceful like that. But so the thing is, though, if you are in business in any type of form or fashion, if you are trying to promote your music, modeling, whatever, you kind of
gotta be
have to
on
have
it.
a presence
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And if you really understand how it works, that includes taking pictures of your food. Because people want to. It's not back in the day where a brand was mysterious.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They want to see what you're
They
doing
want
in
to
the
see what
meantime.
you're
They
doing.
want to see
So if
everything.
you're trying to promote other businesses, you kind of have to make your person your brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
agree.
frustrating. But then you get into a cycle and you want to do it.
Yeah.
So I have a statistic here.
Or what?
a statistic.
That's why won't let that ride.
Whatever. Okay. 20% of people who have at least one social media account feel they have to check them at least every 3 hours to avoid feeling anxious. That is from the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. Which leads me to my next thing. Do you guys know that social media is linked to depression in like a major way now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I believe
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
41% of people say social media platforms make them feel anxious, sad, and depressed. Now, why do you think it makes them feel anxious, sad, and depressed?
Man.
Because people is out here looking at other people saying, why don't I have this? Why don't I have that?
Right.
Comparison.
Right.
Comparing themselves to other people's lives.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even down to like the business side of things. Like when you looking at your business and what you're trying to build and you looking at other people like, dang, this person doing this today, you know, because I get caught up on that sometimes, you know what I'm saying, naturally. Because like, dang, this person got this opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy to get caught up on that and like compare their lifestyle to yours, you know what I'm saying? So
But we all know it's not even real, though. That's what's crazy.
right,
It's like,
right.
I've even, I definitely am not above that. I will compare. I try to not, because I know a lot of it is fake. I do. A lot of the shit you see on the internet is fake.
Yeah.
Even these celebrities, half that stuff is not there. It's like whatever. Half the people, they got all these followers. They pay for their followers.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there's so many. Now there are valid ones. Don't get me wrong, but there's so much smoke and mirrors that I know I shouldn't. Like I know.
Don't
Don't.
feel this way.
But I'm like, dang, another trip. God damn.
He said, nah.
Bitch, do you stay home?
Right,
This Cancun this week.
Yeah.
And then I find myself getting negative. She may have worked very hard for that trip, but I'm like, oh, she must be. Somebody flew her out.
yeah,
Why?
yeah,
Why I gotta
yeah,
think like that?
Get
Yeah. So I think it impacts us in a very negative way because we do so much comparison. I think we need to limit the time we're on it, but it's all such an intricate part of our life.
Right.
How do we do that? So, if this is a negative influence as far as comparison goes, and we know that sometimes the stuff isn't real, what other ways do you think social media has negatively affected us? I would say body image.
Body image.
Body image is a
Agreed.
big one.
Yeah.
And I can definitely share from a woman's standpoint, but for men, I wanted to ask, because I have another statistic. I have another
Came
one.
with the facts.
I want to know.
Numbers.
I just want to know do men feel that as well? Like, do y'all feel like, God dang, his beard game is crazy. Everybody's beard game is crazy. Mine sucks. Or do y'all feel like, oh, she wants somebody who's gonna show something in gray sweatpants, so I gotta get this up. Like, I want to know, like, is that a part of the male? And y'all can be honest, it's a safe space.
I mean, yeah, nah, I'm gonna tell you, like, the same way that women be like, dang, like, she got, like, men do that, but you won't see
Thank you
us.
for admitting it.
Nah, we do.
I know y'all do. That's why I was waiting.
We do that shit. We do that shit.
How you gonna
It's
act?
serious.
How you gonna act?
Look at this guy.
He like, I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm gonna plead the
answer.
fifth.
Me personally, I can't speak for other men, but me
Right.
personally, I don't because honestly, I haven't worked out in like 12 years. So, like, I don't care if you got a six pack and a big chest. I don't
Right,
care
right.
because I don't have to work out. So,
Ooh.
I can just look this good. It's not like
This guy.
I can be like,
This guy.
damn. His beard like that. Let me get my shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna just look good in what I got.
Right.
That's
So
just me.
you've never had, even if it's not celebrities or whatever, seen like a trend of how a male is supposed to rock, look, whatever,
Absolutely.
and done the comparison. That's what I mean. It doesn't have to necessarily be like, I want a body just like
I've done
this.
that, yeah, because you like, damn, he getting all these, chicks. I mean, me personally, because, I deal with insecurity issues, so it's like, oh, damn, he getting all these joints. I'm like, damn, maybe I need to, you know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
That's me, but
I understand that. See, me, I've been different my whole life.
Okay.
Like my whole entire life. I don't like to be like people. I like to be different. Like everybody got J's. I don't to this day I never bought a pair of J's in my life. Or Tim's. Like that's just
How do you? Okay, well then that's good. I'm not saying that you're lying because I'm sure there are people who can do it. I have not mastered that, and I have been an out of the box person and do my own thing, but I still haven't mastered that one. But I do believe you. Can you give us advice on how you are able to see all this stuff constantly and never say, "Well, dang,
all right,
the
so
girl ain't give me her number at the bar, and I didn't have those gray sweatpants."
all right, so look, this
You
is my
know?
thing.
Yeah, 'cause
In that aspect, when it deals
They got two.
I do that.
I do
shit. I do-
in that aspect, like, all right, when it comes to me and women, I personally don't approach women. I'm afraid of rejection.
Oh yeah, you told me about
I'm
that.
not a good, like, I'm not about to come holler at you and you tell me no. Because I don't want to hear that, you know? So I'm not even going to put myself in that type of situation. Now, if you come holler at me, I mean, cool, I give you, give you time. But,
You know how many
We need to talk about this.
You know how many absolutely gorgeous women don't get approached for that very
for
reason?
that
Yeah,
very
for
reason.
that, yeah, that's very
Exactly.
true. That's very true.
But
That's
my
very
thing
true.
is, all right, so I've had my own insecurities. Like, and like I used to get joked on. Like as
But
a
they're
little
not
kid.
rooted in other people.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if I feel comfortable in my insecurity, I don't even think about what that guy has going on with him and why he's getting this. I just know what I got to do for myself to make me feel like I'm all right. It's not necessarily about what he's doing or what she's doing or how can I feel like or how can I look like this to feel like this. I don't do that.
Okay.
It's more so like I'm in my own lane, so I can feel how I want to feel. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, pick
What
one.
about financially though?
Financially?
That's a big thing. Like everybody's rich apparently.
Yeah,
Everyone.
apparently.
Everyone is
Apparently.
rich.
Oh my God,
Everybody
Except
got
for me.
bands.
I don't know how I got left
Everybody
off.
got bands.
I ain't rich either, so.
Financial
It's like
wise,
everybody got bands.
financial wise, it's a mindset. Just like you said, everybody's rich. So if you take a trip here, it's all in how you make it look. You know what I'm saying? If you make it look like you got all this, you doing all this, you technically rich on social media. But like you chill with them in real life, who buying the food?
Yeah.
Who putting the gas in the car? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, that's real. That's real.
so it's just like I take it for what it is. I mean, it might be a nice trip, it might look good on social media, but I'm not there with you in real life. I like the picture because it looked nice, but I'm liking it because it looked nice. I ain't liking it because I wish I was there. I wish it was me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree
That's just
with
me
that.
though.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
When people explain themselves for too long, they're lying, but it's okay.
She just negated everything you said.
She asked me 3 different
I'm
questions,
just-
so I answered each
I'm
one.
just joking with him. I'm just joking. Content, people. Content.
Content.
So for
Yeah.
women, I think everybody knows there is a lot of body pressure, all kinds of stuff, because everyone has surgeries now, and people that you wouldn't see all this on as much, it's different. And then you have music videos, and everyone looks like these people that you see on the it's like being reinforced
Yeah.
from the time you're young. You know what I'm saying? Till you get older. So I think women, that's pretty much known. If you're on Instagram and you have liked anything to do with women, like dresses or makeup thing, you're gonna get 500 waist trainer ads.
Yes.
If you're on the Shade Room and you trying to find out if they're gonna let Gunna and Thug out, and you just looking, it's gonna be another
See the
post, and you see somebody in a waist trainer, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you gotta do this," So it's constant, right? I do think that we can all get a little caught up in comparison due to social media, and we should really, really take time to get off of it and be around real people
Yeah.
so you can
I
come back
agree.
to reality. Because I do think a little bit of that has been going on where we're not as rooted in reality as we used to be, which is why we are okay with pulling a phone out when someone has been hurt or injured instead of helping them.
Facts.
And that
That's
is
facts.
sick.
Yeah.
Or calling 911 on your phone. You got
Right.
videos they calling 911.
It's
I
crazy.
don't understand that.
They don't even
I
don't even
understand
call
that, bro.
911, put the phone down, prop it up so they can take the video and walk over
You
there and
know what I'm
help.
saying?
They just like, God dang, dude. Like,
Wow.
Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing here?
Crazy.
It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
I still can't forget about what happened to Sharkeisha. The girl that got hit in the head with a shovel. You remember that video?
No, somebody got hit in the head with a shovel.
Oh, it's just like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, it's a big video
I
going
think I
around
remember
viral, and
that.
everyone's filming this girl gets
Yeah.
whacked in the head with a shovel.
Yeah, I do.
But see, it's prime
remember that.
example.
That's
It's
exactly
like
what
Sound
So-
familiar, but I don't remember
I
seeing
do
the show.
remember that.
it's crazy. I've seen all kinds of stuff. That's why I try to avoid it. Like I've seen videos where there's people. Oh, look what they're doing to these elderly people. You mean to tell me somebody's
You gonna sit there
grandma?
and
You gonna sit there and watch it?
Yeah, bro.
That pissed
Like
me
that's
off.
crazy to me.
That pissed me
Yeah,
off.
that's.
But I do
yeah.
think it's because we've been numbed.
Yeah,
Been
Yeah.
numbed
Yeah.
into.
you said desensitized.
Very much
That's
so.
very true.
So we
That's
really
very
need
true.
to watch that and always it sickens me, and this is why. And I'm not saying this to judge people because I know people do this, but I am kind of judging, I guess. Whatever, deal with
Tell
it.
her what it is. Smash
Deal with it.
Do it.
So whenever, and watch what I say. Whenever there is a tragic situation in our culture, whether that is a death of somebody being murdered or as soon as it happens, somebody will post, "Dang, it's messed up what happened on that video." Then you got 5. Send it to me. Send it to
Yep,
me.
yep,
Send it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, can you inbox me? Can you send it to me? Where else would that be appropriate? When else?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Would you want to watch people be murdered or people be slaughtered or something that's so egregious? Like, when?
Right.
And I see it, and I'm like, you're begging to put another image of someone who looks like you with blood all over them in your head. Like
Yeah.
it blows my mind. Now some videos I have begged for. If you do some crazy shit, but you still alive, you know what I'm saying?
Like the crate challenge.
Like
That shit was funny.
there's
That shit
there's
is
certain
funny.
things that go on. There was one that happened recently, and somebody thought they was exposing this person because they were like, "Oh, he's bisexual," da da da, and apparently he didn't care and went and then look, and it was a lot of people named. Yes, I was nosy. He was naming people from Woodbridge to Fredericksburg to Caroline. I had to
Oh,
see
man.
who was on the list.
I don't know
So I'm not above it.
That's the first I heard.
Nah,
It's
hey,
amazing.
some people in the comments know what I'm talking about. They know.
Oh,
They
man.
know. That shit happened a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
So
man.
yes, I did.
Oh man.
I watched them. Yes,
Yes.
and they was getting it in. But when it comes to murders or somebody's child being murdered or whatever, like why are you begging to see that?
Right.
If you read an article, you can kind of tell what happens, and we just have to think like what we're putting in our brain. That really, really matters. So, what impacts how we feel about our bodies? This was a study done by the Anxiety and Depression Association that I named before, but Signs of the People. Women, the number one thing that influences women on how they feel about their body is social media.
I agree.
The number 2 is TV and movies. The number 3 is their partner. Okay? Then it goes down. How my clothes fit is like at the very bottom, and that should be the main
That
one.
should be the main one.
That's why it stuck it to me. I'm like, that should be the main one. Ain't nothing worse when you got something riding up in you, like your ass, and you can't get it out, and it's like it's a wrong fit. Well, I'm not saying it like that. I'm not saying riding the ass. That was kind of harsh. But, like your underwear get up or whatever, it's like it's sewn wrong. Whatever. For men, the number one thing that affects how men feel about their bodies is their significant other.
Oh.
So other women.
That's a
Other,
good
yeah.
one.
That's
And then second is social media.
Yeah.
Except for Cedric.
yeah.
7%.
Except for Cedric. So,
I like to think I got a nice white Beach Boy body, but I mean that's not.
Man,
It's not.
I tap into that confidence every now and then, so I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
see?
See?
But I wanted to just talk about the impacts, and because it's about to get scary, like I said, I feel like I have watched the empathy of people change in the last 20 years in a lot of ways. And I believe it is connected to social media. I believe people are very dead set on hating on people. Like, you don't understand what that energy is. Somebody just looking at your page, just sending hate. They'll follow people they don't like. They hate on you, whatever. It's also, you're seeing too much horrible stuff. Everything ain't for everybody. We don't have to see it all the time, but we are. So all those things are desensitizing us and making us not empathetic. Then on top of that, you have people fronting, and they like their social media presence, but they don't like who they are. You know what I'm saying? In real life, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of
So work with me here. So we agree. There's a lot of people like that, right?
Oh yeah,
Right,
absolutely,
of
A
absolutely.
lot of people like that who don't really like who they are in real life, but they social media is their life. That's how they get any type of praise. Their ego stroked. So you guys have heard of the metaverse, which is which is like the virtual reality world coming from Facebook, but eventually it's gonna be everywhere. Everything's virtual, and I'm not talking about just regular Oculus like you have now. I'm saying you can attend every concert you want to attend. I will be able to see Tupac in concert now. I'll be able to see Prince. You can go to NBA games. I've covered this before. They're about to make so much money that it's going to be pushed like nothing you've ever seen before. Because as of right now, you need an all-star ticket to get into an all-star game, right? I'm not the sports person, but you're correct.
Yeah, you're right.
You need an all-star ticket. So that limits the amount of bodies you can have in the room. But now, when all that launches, you can have all those bodies in the room, and then you can charge me and Sin $1,000 at home, so we can virtually sit there and have a thing with our friends, and I can say, I want to go to this All-Star game with Cedric, and we can all be in the same room. We're chilling, but it's all virtual. It's about to get crazy. The technology that's about to come out, right? So, if we're already desensitized because of social media, if we're already having anxiety and body positivity and issues and things like that, and we're already dealing with people who don't like themselves in real life, we are going to have people who don't want to leave the virtual world. That's what's about to happen.
Absolutely.
Of course.
You think these people are wilding now? Shooting up schools? It's about to get crazy, in my opinion. Like, Jimmy is going to be cool online. Jimmy can make his avatar look good. The girl's going to like him. You can have sex in that joint. The porn is crazy in the virtual joint.
Yeah, I heard it's stupid.
Like,
Yeah, I believe it.
so Jimmy ain't going to want to pull the... What happened when the grandma come down? Hey, Jimmy, you been on the two-door. I'm not going anywhere. Like, it's going to be crazy.
Look, they said the sound is jacked up.
The sound went low. The sound's low now. Can you hear me? Jasmine, can you hear me?
You. Hey, yep.
Hey.
EK! Oh, it's up now. Okay, they said the sound went down. I don't know. It said it's up now. I don't know.
Everything was fine on his side.
He came out dressed like a clown. He probably went in the back fucking with shit. That's what the guy did on the movie. Terrified. He would mess you up and you don't know what's going
I don't know
on.
what's going on. Just
You know what
delusion.
I'm saying? Thank you guys for letting me know that. But how are we as a culture going to ensure that we don't slip even further down into Synthesizer by Outkast? Please listen to that song tonight. That's what I mean. If you listen to Aquemini album, listen to Outkast, Synthesizer. Listen to Andre's rap on that song and tell me we're not living in what he was talking about in the 90s. He predicted exactly what's going on now. And it's scary because there are so many people who don't live in reality anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm a little afraid of when you also... I don't live in reality, but now I can put this thing on and I can be this in this world.
Really
I
escape
can
reality.
live next to Snoop in this world. All I gotta do is have this money. I can get rich in this world off of having this property. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's going to be really crazy. And if we've already seen how crazy it gets without having that, what are we going to do as a culture where we're kind of at a crossroads in our culture where a lot of people are waking up. Yeah, we still have a lot of people who are just doing whatever. We have people doing, whatever, just like every other culture. But we have a lot of people waking up right now. So that vibration is starting to rise a little bit. So it worries me that this verse was gonna come. We gonna be up in the joint talking about, oh, did you see, you know what I'm saying, my golf cart in the world, you know, I got rims on them, they spinning, nigga, they spinning. Like, that's probably how we're gonna be. Sin's gonna have a new chair because she can't even, she over here scaring the hell out of herself, putting the lever up and down. That clown movie, was that, bro?
I scared the shit out of myself. I ain't know what
You
was going
did it though. Didn't you touch the button?
Yeah, I was messing with it, but it wasn't supposed to move. So I was like, oh no. Like, I just wanted to stop it immediately.
Did you see your face?
Like, what in the
And then
world?
Sad caught me when I was,
Yeah, he did.
like,
I was trying not to laugh.
you know, when
too.
you try to look around and like nobody saw that. And you was,
I looked on my.
So, in y'all's opinion, this is the last question. How has social media affected your definition of beauty?
Oh,
And don't say it hasn't.
It definitely
Cedric.
has. It definitely
No,
has.
just
It definitely
that's a
has.
good question.
I'll answer first, sure.
Like, really think about it. Because I thought about it. Like, oh, it has shaped mine.
It's definitely shaped.
For what you like, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Definition of
That's
beauty
what
for
I'm about to
what you
speak
like,
on.
yeah.
Because, all right, so when I first really started dating in high school, I mean, social media was there, but it wasn't like as big as
Yeah.
it is now.
yeah.
So you see celebrities that you like, you see people that you know that you think look good or whatnot, but it opens your eyes to everything, like foreign people. Like it just opens your eyes to what you never could see for real and be like, oh, that's what they really look like. That's how they really look. So, like in that aspect, yes, but me personally, beauty, to go to beauty is bigger than that for me. Like I need substance,
Yeah.
personality. I need that stuff. Beauty is great. Don't get me wrong. Like it's like you said, it shapes how I look at stuff now because I see beauty more than just skin deep.
Okay.
You know, so it's to see somebody that looks good to me now on social media. I'm like, all right, cool, they look good.
But what else?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what else do they have with them? Not necessarily like what can they do for me, but what else do they got going
And you
on
feel
for
like
themselves?
social media, because it lets you into a person's world more, has helped you with that because you're able to see their personality more? Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily. I'm saying like you see just in your daily walking around, you're not going to see this foreign person or this immaculate beauty person. You're not going to see them in your everyday life. Scrolling on social media, seeing them every day is like, damn, I think I might can get this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, it gives you a little
a little
booster.
you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, or it may not. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But in my aspect, it does. Like, but it's just like, damn, I might can holler at her. You know what I'm saying? She's not that far away.
It's too close though.
You know, this too close to home. This close for comfort.
Shakar laughing at you.
I might can go get her. You know, so I mean,
I
but
need his type of confidence, right? I need his type of confidence.
I'm single, so
You just better hope she really looks like that. That's the thing.
and that's another thing.
Man,
I didn't want to
that
tap into that
catfish is
part. I
something
didn't want to
serious.
tap
They
into
got
that part.
filters. They
Boy.
got
That's a whole nother
body parts that
catfish a
come
couple
off, like
times.
on
some stuff you
I'm
can
gonna
cover
let you
up.
suck it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Social media has really changed the dating world.
It has.
Man, what?
It has.
It has
On
really
another
changed.
level.
I'm not a fan of. I'm not able to. Like I said, I'm better in person. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people like being together for a long time and they met on Facebook or MySpace or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Jesse said there are so many filters being used every day. Sometimes you think you're talking to someone, but when you actually see them, you be like, damn, I thought you looked different.
Absolutely, Miss
Some of
Jessie.
these people on Instagram, they are special effects artists. You see their face, they got half teeth, they got no eyebrows,
Yeah, and they're amazing
then
looking.
3 seconds later, they do the hand
Half
swipe
teeth.
thing, and all of a
And
sudden
it's
they look like a
completely
different
different.
person.
Nah, that's real. I've been catfished a couple times in my life.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, a couple times.
So how has social media influenced your definition of beauty, of what you seek in beauty? Do you feel?
I mean, like said, like you see it every day. Like you see women like, and I'm not like I'm comfortable with women doing whatever they want with their body and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of like, you know what I'm saying, like fake shit, but it's cool. Like if that's what you want to do. So I try to separate like the two as far as like the looks and the actual person. You know what I'm saying? So like you might every day, you gonna catch it. It's gonna catch your eye, like because you see multiple women all day long. Like it's easy to hit that follow button. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
But it's easy to click follow. Oh, see, okay. But I think like it's easy. It's easy. You can click follow. But I think for me, like he said, like it's like certain celebrities like Nia Long, like and that's my baby. You know what I'm saying?
She's available right now.
Yeah, she's available.
She is.
You gotta give her like 2 months.
Right.
That's gonna be the time.
Definitely in them inbox.
Right. But stuff like that, you don't have to Google like how they look in 2022. You can go on their Instagram now and see them every day, what they doing and stuff like that. So I think
Then you check on the right time to hit them up.
right.
I mean, that's-
right.
Let's leave it here or there.
Nah. But I think
She lives in Egypt. I need to call her.
This got to be moving for her right now. This is the time.
Cedric is hilarious.
But I think, it has, like, for me, I think I'm a person as I get older, like said, like, it's other things outside of what you present on social media that has, like, had an impact on me as far as what beauty is. Because it looks is, you know what I'm saying? Like, looks is a thing, but, like, can I vibe with you? Can I, you know what I'm saying? So if I see that, then, yeah, like, you know, I might, you know what I'm saying? Or at that given time, like, when I could, like, shoot a DM and stuff like that. But, yeah, that's, I think, in a way it has, but I think when you become, like, more secure with yourself, like, when you know what you want, like, certain stuff don't impact you, like, the way that a woman looks and things like that. Because, like, yeah, this is tempting, but, like, you start thinking about other things, like, does she got a personality? Do she got this? So, you know.
What
but-
substance does she carry?
Right.
Yeah.
Other substances. But, yeah, it can be a challenge. Because you see certain things, you be like, oh, all right.
She gotta be this, and this.
Yeah.
You get to that joint, like,
It's close, and nowadays you can just send it, like, it's so close to home because you can just send a DM, like, hey, what's up?
That's why.
Like, let's
That's
go
why
eat.
it's really affected dating.
Yeah,
No,
it
so
has,
much.
in a way, like,
There's so
like
much infidelity
on
that goes
another
with
level,
social
yeah,
media.
yeah.
and then
Because
if you
it's,
hit up a girl the wrong way, then she messages you back, and she mad at you because you
Right,
hit her up the
right,
wrong
'cause
way.
you hit it,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
yeah.
That's why I don't like.
What's wild?
All
What's
that
wild
girls.
is if you're out at a restaurant, right, and you're with your girl, and you see another good-looking girl walk by, do you stand up and say, "Hey, you're good-looking"?
Nah, I tell
No,
my
but
girl, be
dudes
like,
will,
yo,
dudes
you
will
see
be
her right there?
with somebody and like another girl's picture on Facebook for everyone
kinda
to
what
see.
that's kind of what
It's
you're
the
doing.
same.
That's
But
the
nobody
same
thinks
thing.
about it like
you
that.
so right about
That's,
that.
But nobody thinks about
that's
it.
good
That's-
analogy
Never thought
right
about
And
it
when
there.
like
people
that
be like,
before.
she's mad because I like something, she's mad because I love something, it's like,
It's the
I
same
understand
thing.
that everybody does it for the most part, but really what he's saying is true. You don't stand and go, you look good!
You know,
Hold on, baby. Damn, you fine. Like, nobody
Yeah.
does that.
heart
I-
emoji,
I-
heart emoji, heart emoji.
Poke!
But I think it has changed, like, for people like me.
That's so true.
That's like he made a good point. I'm not I've never been a person. Like, it's probably like a couple times in my life where I went up to a woman and I've been
Yeah.
rejected and shit like that.
Oh, I
But
gotta work on y'all. You can't do that.
Wait. Oh, I'm good now.
You
like, I'm
gotta
in a
go
good
up
space.
and talk to these people.
Yeah, but I understand that. Like, my man said that earlier. Like, you miss out on a lot of good women. Because there's women in the, like, yo, I wish you would have said something. I'm like, I ain't had that courage to say nothing because I didn't want to be rejected. But I
You
think
gotta think about it this way though. The worst thing that she can say
Is no.
it's no. That's what everybody.
is make a poor choice for herself because she's missing out on you.
All right, yeah, I like that.
I mean, that's a good way to say it, but at the end of the day, it's still
It's
a no.
like, hell
and
no.
I don't
No.
like it. I don't like it.
She
I
like,
want to be told no. I hate
Yeah.
that shit. Like, it's not even just that though. Like in anything, I don't want to. If I feel like it's a good idea,
You just don't like rejection.
yeah, I don't want you to tell me
I'm
no.
the same way. I don't
So-
like rejections. I'm scared of rejection. So I would never go up to a woman and be like, yo, da-da-da-da, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I think social media has made it, like, to where you don't have to go up to that woman. You might slide in the DM, like, hey, what's up? You
So
want
that's
something
still
to eat?
approaching somebody though. So you feel more comfortable. So maybe social media has influenced you.
It's still a
in that
rejection.
I mean, all right. So look. All right. So
Face rejection would be harder. Is that what you're saying?
no,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying.
I feel
This is what
like-
I'm saying. I can talk to anybody in this world. Like, I can have a conversation with anybody in this world. But if I'm trying to go holler at you and you telling me no, DM or not, I don't want it. I don't want you to tell me no. Like, there's no need for you to tell me no. I'm already putting myself out there. Now, like you said, I'd say 100% out of the times you don't go at somebody, you're not going to get them. Like, because you're not putting yourself out there. But
Right.
me, not speaking for everybody, I look good. I feel I look good. And ain't nobody going to tell me no different.
My mama on my
You know
hood.
what I'm saying?
I need
Ain't
this.
nobody gonna tell me
Yeah.
different. So if I feel like I
Hey,
look this
King.
good, then if I feel like I look good, then she can come to me.
See,
Like if you like what you see, come talk to me.
So
Like,
from a woman's perspective, and I'll just share this real quick, then I want to get your definition of how you look at beauty standards. What it concerns me when you say that, and I'm not trying to change who you are or anybody. When I was dating men, and a lot of women I know, if you are afraid to approach a woman or you won't approach a woman, it makes you look weak. It makes you look you're not a leader. So that would automatically cut you out from that group of women who are typically the women with the substance and the personality you are looking for.
Yeah, nah, that's right.
They don't want somebody who's in the corner like this with a money phone. Like, she gonna come over here. Watch me pull this out. Like, I'm not saying you did that, but I'm just saying
I understand.
they don't want that type of person. So they're looking for someone to come
And approach them.
on a you look nice.
What's
blah,
up?
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. You
See,
know what I'm saying?
I can do that,
So
but-
I get it, but I'm like, are you shutting off a lot of the women that you're really looking
Liquid
for?
courage. That's
See,
what you need.
see, I mean, yes and no. But that would make me do some. No, I don't need. No, I don't need. What I'm saying is like, all right, what you're saying is right. But I don't be in the corner scoping out a chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, if she just come over here and say something to me, oh man, I'm gonna give her.
So you don't do the weird eyes, like
Yeah, no, I'm not about to do like I would like. Don't get me wrong. I scope my surroundings all the time. Like I'm very aware of what's around me. So if I see a good looking girl, I'm definitely gonna be like, oh shit, damn, she's bad. You know, I'm not gonna be eyeing her all night. You know what I'm saying? That's just not me. Especially if I'm out somewhere, because I'm in my own zone. I'm in my own world all the time. So like, if I'm in my own zone, most likely, if you like what you see, you're gonna be like, damn, I gotta go say something to this nigga. You know, I just can't let him go.
Never.
Like, so,
They know.
and I've had that done to me before. Like, I've had females come to approach me because they got the courage enough to come say something. Just the same amount of courage you want me to come to you, why can't you do the same for me?
because you also want to lead in a relationship. That's where y'all get it fucked up.
But how is that
Because
not
you get in a
leading?
relationship and you
But
want to
how-
be a leader, then
I
you need to
agree.
set that
How is
tone
that-
from the beginning.
How is
I
that not,
agree.
how is that leading and not leading though?
I agree.
Because
By approaching somebody?
yes, because it shows me that if the tire goes flat, you gonna change it.
No,
It really
don't.
does.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does. I'm
I
trying
change
to.
all my tires.
I'm trying. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
you approaching the woman lets her know you wouldn't make her change the tire. And you're going to get what I'm saying one day.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying.
Either one of us is changing a tire. I'm calling AAA. I can afford it.
Boom! That's the type. Look, hold on. That's the type of man who approach you and pay for your drink. Boom! See what I'm saying?
Right there. That's it. Right there.
I do have AAA, but
I agree with that because I missed out on a lot of women where they like later on where they waited. Were you late? Waited too late, and they like, yo, why you ain't never say that? Like, I remember a girl that stayed across the street. She told me she came. Yeah. She told me she used to come to the mailbox. Like, and I would never say because I'm like, yo, I'm too like low key too shy to say anything. And like, cause I was scared of that rejection, and she was coming just to like, and I'm like, damn, I should have said something.
I got a story like that that's way too embarrassing to share right now.
Tiffany said most guys will take anything they can get and diss the good ones.
Oh,
Talk about it. Okay.
that's a good one.
Most guys will take anything they can get and diss. When you say anything they can get, you mean like just because they're pleasing aesthetically? I'm trying to understand what she meant by that.
Or attainable.
Attainable.
I think she's talking about attainable.
And just the good one. Okay. Yeah.
I
they
agree
do
with that.
Women do that too, though. So I'm gonna
Like
be
settling, maybe.
Yeah, women will do that. They will take anything from a guy,
Attainable. Yeah, that's what she said.
and then the guy who's trying to be nice to him and treat him good
Rocking with.
because they're not used to that.
That's true.
That's how it is.
So
That's a
it
fact.
really goes with
That's a
women
fact.
and men. I have to be honest. All right, so Sin, in what way do you think social media has influenced what you look for in beauty or what you're attracted to beauty wise? It made them find
Now,
substance.
careful how you
but-
answer this. She's with
Yeah, I look. That's how I laugh. That's how I laugh.
It's the podcast. I'm so chill right now. You have no idea.
No idea.
Yo, they're nice.
I feel like
Huh?
I feel like for me, I don't look to social media to see what's hot or what's next or what's, you know what I'm saying, what is
The
the
definition
next
of
best thing. Yeah, you know what the definition of beauty is, because I have my own definition of beauty. You know what I'm saying? And I say it all the time, like, I don't get pictures. Like, I really don't like taking pictures.
She says that every time.
I really
You
don't.
don't know what we're doing. We
Like-
just do like.
I
Other than I growled, I'm like,
like, I don't be knowing what to do.
I don't know what to do.
I don't be knowing what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that. I hate that. I could be, like, feeling myself, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. But then I can't take a good enough picture of how I'm feeling or
In
whatever.
that moment.
In that moment. So I'm just like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
So you don't know how social media has impacted how you view beauty. And what I'm saying, like if at one point you tended to like more light-skinned
type of
girls,
women.
or
I
you
just
like
know
more
it's
chocolate
like-
girls, and now you see more because you see a lot more
Like,
chocolate
I
black
love-
girls. I love that part.
I love
love that too.
ass.
I'm
so
so-
it's like it's a lot of ass that comes up on my, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Definitely
like
a lot of ass.
it's
Go ahead.
it's a lot of ass that pop up, you know what I'm saying? But I make sure not to like it, you know what I'm saying? I make sure not to give it too much attention, and I'm not following every ass that's on my timeline either. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I guess the sexual aspect of things is kind of affected me.
Oh, that is a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
Nah, that is true.
Can you expound? What do you mean?
Like I said, with ass being.
Oh, like okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like sex. I'm like, what?
No.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that shit
No,
was
She's like, hold on.
But I can tie it in. But I can tie it in because most of y'all don't know that the best place to watch porn is Twitter. I don't know about what Elon about to do, but it's probably gonna get even better because he about to just take away everything and just let it be a racist porn place.
Wild boy.
Probably so.
But Twitter has the best
Elon, a
porn
wild boy.
anywhere. And those who know. Okay. So
Yeah, for you. What about you?
that's what I was trying to remember. I was like, yeah, supposed to be interesting. It's getting hot in here.
I didn't know, I said no.
That's why I keep stepping out of the room. I'm smiling.
Oh, okay.
Cooler out there.
It has definitely affected what my definition of beauty is in many ways, I believe. Because I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm growing and I'm getting older or if it's social media, but I think it's social media. Because I used to like certain things and now I like other things and I like those other things because that's the aesthetic of it. Okay. So I used to like femme girls, right? But then, then I was always attracted to like AGs, like aggressive girls. Like one of my first early crushes was Michelle Rodriguez on Fast and Furious, right? I thought she was rough. She had a little joint, sweat coming down, hair curl, boom.
She bad though.
But she's not really
She is
like what
bad.
we would consider a femme.
Yeah,
She's not
right.
her whole energy is not feminine. So I always had it there, but I was always like, oh yeah, that was the look. I don't even like feminine women like that. So maybe social media's opened my mind. But on social media, in the black lesbian world, studs are they're like celebrities. A lot of them. There's a lot of stud celebrities, and they
Fix your face
Are-
a little bit.
That's why I'm sweating. They be tatted up. They got these bodies. There's certain ones that got there's a lot of stuff going on, right?
Mona.
Listen, I'm just
Should I relax? Relax.
but I don't like the pictures like you said. I got a lot of studs coming up on my timeline. A lot of six packs, but I don't like them. So I guess it's changed me sexually a little bit. But anyways, so that's like an example. Now I definitely love masculine presenting women. Boom. And it was always there, but I think seeing more of them, I was like, oh, they really out here like this? Like they do? Wow. And then as far as men, when I was still thinking I was bisexual, I definitely was attracted to certain aesthetics because of social media. I'm not gonna lie. I was the main person, like everybody walking around wearing these tight ass jeans and all this stuff. And eventually I was like, oh, that little fitted outfit is okay. That wasn't me. That was social media, programming me over
Right.
time, and I got used to it. So I definitely do think I see those things. But at the same time, I think social media has opened me up to be more attracted to all types of different people.
Right.
Because
agree
when I
with
was
that.
younger, I would be like, oh, nope, only this, only that, no, yes. Light skin is not in style right now.
Yeah.
Dark skin's back in. Like, I would always have this, whatever. I'm very much attracted to all types of different looks, all types of different looks on people. And I do think that was a positive thing that came from social media.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like you want to kill me? I'm trying not to make eye contact. You was talking about asses just falling out the sky. But as soon as I say something about Michelle Rodriguez and the studs
Oh,
on
man.
Instagram,
Michelle Rodriguez bad though, man.
She is
Ain't she?
bad.
You didn't
She
specify
bad.
Instagram.
She is though.
She bad. She bad.
TikTok, we on TikTok.
See, I ain't gonna talk about TikTok because TikTok.
They be on
No,
TikTok.
I think that social media, because you see a lot more, you see so much more people, so much more content. You become more aware of trends that might not be popular in your particular region or area. Like one of the things that seems to me that's very popular right now is the shiny tip nose and makeup. What is that about? I don't think it's cute.
Part of
I don't
contouring.
think it's attractive. It makes you look greasy. But
He said, I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's attractive.
it's my personal
Stop all
opinion.
that shit.
I want to talk about it now.
Social
You can tell he been watching it because he was going off about the makeup girls. Go ahead.
But social media would lead you to believe that is what's hot right right now. That is what I disagree. But if you prescribe to what social media is telling you is attractive, I mean, that's what they're shoving down my throat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
I think it made me appreciate natural beauty more.
That's a good way to say
That's such a
that.
good heart, Eric.
That's a good way to say that.
I'm all right.
That's well, but I do see that too because like I've been like, okay, well if I was going to do this, I'll get this surgery or that surgery. But on the other hand, I'm like I'm tired of everybody looking the same too.
Yeah.
So I do think sometimes it does make you go, that like you know when it hits me when I watch old school videos. I love music. I will put on music videos from the 90s and be like, God damn,
Everyone's attractive.
we are changed. We have changed
90s music
dramatically.
videos is only hot people, in my opinion.
Well, no, not even that. I'm saying that everybody looks more natural.
Yeah.
Even if you
Even
have
with makeup
an
and
amazing
stuff.
body or whatever, like your makeup, everything. And if you want to see, if because I really believe America and us in general, we need a wake up call. We need a slap in the face. Go on, I think it's on Tubi. Go on Tubi and put in Flavor of Love and watch
my
them
God.
girls and tell me
Oh my God.
we haven't changed dramatically.
Oh,
They didn't
yeah.
give a fuck if their weaves was
They didn't.
fucked up. They had leave out stuff. Their main goal was to get Flav.
Which says is a whole other issue.
It's a
Yes.
whole nother thing in
Yes,
itself.
but I went back and watched, and even for Love of Ray J, like everyone
my
looks
God.
natural.
That-
Everyone, and when you look at that stuff, and then you look at
Stallion
now,
is.
it's almost sickening. It's like, wow, and our little kids are growing up thinking
That's normal.
That's
the
normal.
guys have to look like they are coming out of a men's fitness thing, and the girls have to look like they're an Instagram model at 13. Like it's
Yeah.
really sick when you think about it.
Yeah.
But for real, go y'all's homework. Listen to Andre 3000's verse on Synthesizer from Outkast tonight.
It's a fire album.
It is.
Fire album. Yeah, but just let that shit rock. Okay? Let it rock. And then please go look at some old videos. Go look at
Willis Brown, Outkast.
yeah, look at that stuff because
Yeah, that
it
is
really does. It
around,
wakes
yeah.
me up. I'm like, God, we have really changed as a culture. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Look at the Rump Shaker video. Look at Back That Ass Up video, and then look at what is now. And you can't even unless you have a lace front wig, you can't step out the house unless you. It's like.
Yeah.
And there's not like he says, like, I'm not all anti anything. It's cool, but it's like when that is the only standard,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
I
agree with
agree.
that. So-
Yeah, fact.
Everybody, just please stay as genuine and real as possible. Shakara was laughing at you because she said tread lightly.
What does that look like?
Tread lightly. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Saint Yvonne. Almost said
Yeah, you said it right though.
She
You said it
almost
right. Now, she
I
almost said
almost
bomb.
said
Yeah,
She almost
heard
said
it,
bomb.
If you don't
Saint-
create a t-shirt company named Saint Vaughn, I'm gonna tell you there's a reason.
Man,
It keeps
you
coming in
say-
my head. There's a
Hey,
reason.
you never know what's gonna happen with me. It's coming.
But thank you for coming on. We appreciate you coming
Thank y'all
on.
for having me.
You're always welcome to come back again.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And I will see everyone else back next week.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe the episode is part 2 of the Relationship Chronicles, but I have to look that up. But we will be back next week, 9 o'clock, live, Facebook. Thank you. Everybody have a safe week.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
Thank y'all. Can't do it without y'all.
You too, Miss Jessie.